Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna, and I recently did a 24-hour reading challenge where I try to read as many books as possible within 24 hours. So I said, why not try another challenge but differently? I'm behind on my 2024 reading goal by 77 books, and I'm trying to find creative ways to get to at least 50 books by the end of this year. It is currently November 20, so I have 41 days left to read 77 books, and I know it sounds impossible. Even I'll be surprised if I manage to achieve that. So I've decided to see how many pages I can read over the next 5 days. Today is Wednesday. I'm planning to finish this challenge on Monday. So the focus of this video will be to see how many pages I can read. So I will update you at the end of each day how many pages I've read that day, and I'll also give you a premise of the books I've read. I'm a mood reader, so I might change between the books. So we're gonna start off by A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. So this is the book. This book by itself is 800 words, and this is what the writing looks like. So I've gone ahead and I've checked last night to see how many words this have, and it is, to be exact, this one has 800, and see, at the end it has 846. So even if I only read this book, that's still 800 pages, but it would just be one book towards my goal. But the goal is not to be frightened by my 2024 reading goal, but but to get through as many pages as possible. So this is first book. A few of these books I have been reading for a while, so I'm this amount in. I'm currently at page 114 out of, I think this has 400 something. 400. Wow, out of 734. These are very big books. So this is Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff, and one of the reasons why I kind of enjoy reading this is because it's a graphic novel, and I love graphic novels. Now, this I will be reading this throughout the week, but the reason why I'm including this is because I'm currently reading only I'm doing a video where I'm reading only George R. Martin books, and because I'm starting that video this week, and I will be reading this book throughout this week, I also wanted to include these pages. So this is George R. Martin, Fire and Blood. This is set 300 years before A Song of Fire and Ice, and I think this series is called Fire and Blood. I think it's two books. I could be mistaken, but there's a TV show this is based on. It's a House of Dragon, and this is also a graphic novel. So, and then a book that I've been reading, and I'm really enjoying it, but I've been so busy plotting my fantasy novel that I'm writing that I haven't really gotten around to reading it a lot, is The Women of Chateau Lafayette, and I am at page 76. So those are the four books that I will be prioritizing this week. Bear in mind that I'm a mood reader. I have a bunch of other books that I would love to read before the end of this year. So at any point, if I do change these books, I will tell you, and I'll give you like a brief update on said book. But I won't be telling you any details about the Fire and Blood. I'll only tell you like how many pages I've read from that book as it pertains to a specific day. I hope you really do enjoy this challenge, and I hope I enjoy it too. And now that we're done with this really long ass intro, I'm just gonna start reading. So I am now 169 pages in this. I've read 55 pages so far, and I just wanted to give you a quick update about the book. So, Empires of the Vampire by, I don't think I told you earlier, J. Kristoff, follows Gabriel de Leon. He is a silver saint, which is just a holy brotherhood who protects the world and the church from creatures of the night, which are vampires. So it's been 27 years since the sun has shone, shine. I'm gonna say shine. I might be wrong. Shine in this world, and so he has been captured by the rare vampires. He is supposed to be out there unalive, and so they're forcing him to tell his story. So we're getting an account of how he became a silver saint. So we are learning about him from a boy growing up to a man, and so we're just it's like, what do you call it when someone's tells you their story? Is that autobiography? Biography? I'm gonna put the correct word somewhere along this line because I might be wrong. I my hair is locked, so I have been putting off re-tying my hair for months, and we're approaching December, and if I don't start retying them now, they're gonna mat together, and I don't want that. So I'm dedicating the rest of my evening to sit back and catch up on some of my favorite shows for like about 2 hours while I just get some of my hair done. I already did the front. I just have to do the back. So I'm just gonna spend the next 2 to 3 hours doing that, and then I'm gonna crochet some stuff and listen to the audiobook because I do have the audiobook for this. So I'll update you later tonight just to give you a final account of how many words I read today. And we're setting a reading goal for 2,000, not how many words, how many pages. We're setting a goal is to read 2,000 pages over the next 5 days. So we're already 55 out of the 2,000. So I'll definitely be updating you later before I go to bed just to tell you if I've done any more reading or anything. So I'll see you then. So it has been a while since we last spoke. It is now Friday, and we've only read 247 pages, which means that I still have 1,753 pages to read. So just to do a quick update, read, I had actually, so we ended up reading 55 pages from this book. I started A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, and we are 160 pages in. This follows four kingdoms, all women, one in the east, one in the north, one in the south, all weird ass names that I would not like to try to pronounce. And then I think I have written down here, I read 32 pages from this, and this is a book that I've really been loving, to be honest. It's follows three women, Adrienne, who, and this is like from three different periods. So Adrienne is from 1774, then it's Beatrice from 1914, and then it's Marte from 1940. And so it follows women who have all lived at the Chateau Lafayette throughout different periods. So that's just my quick update because I wanted to do an update tonight before I forgot. So I'm gonna get some more reading done, and I'll definitely update you tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we have basically 3 days in order to get to our 2,000 page goals. I do, however, want to finish at least one book throughout this entire reading vlog, and if I can only finish one book, I will definitely be finishing The Woman of Chateau Lafayette. So I'll definitely give you guys an update tomorrow. So it is now Saturday morning, and I've read a total of 341 pages so far, and that means I have 1,659 pages left. This is how much I've read in the Woman of Chateau Lafayette. So I'm at page 218 right now, which means I'm definitely making some progress throughout this. I started making a new blanket that I want to because winter is coming and I've never really completed a blanket, so I also started making a new blanket last night as I read. Plus I'm making like a little bag for an event I do have tomorrow. So it turns out that the Women of Chateau Lafayette is a YA historical fiction, which follows the war. I think it was with the U.S. and I think the British, and how the French intervene along that line. And as we are moving, we're switching back and forth between all three women characters. We are getting to know them a little better, and it's funny how three women living at different time at the same house, how similar their life is, and yet how different it is. So I'm definitely enjoying reading it, and I really don't I really don't want the book to end. And it's funny to think that I only picked up this book because of the words Chateau and Lafayette, and I'm definitely loving it. So I'll definitely give you an update later on. It's a little bit rainy, windy outside, and I'm just gonna relax, finish reading my book, and work on the multiple things I'm currently crocheting right now. So I'll definitely talk to you guys later. So this is how far we are in the book. So I'm currently at page 431, and in total I've read 554 pages since I've started this. So we're 27.7% in towards our goal of 2,000 pages, and we have 1,446 more pages to read. So far, we have now reached through Adrienne, whose point of view is from 1744. We're through the French Revolution for her, and through Morte, which is not her point of view is 1940. We are in the time of the Nazis, I guess. So, and Beatrice, we're seeing how Marta and Beatrice lives is connected because Adrian married Jabir Dematur. Dematir, I'm not good at French, but I went ahead and I went on Google, and this is an actual person. So, because the story was so compelling, I was like, I have to see if these are actual people. And there was, in fact, a French revolutionist by the name of Jabir Dematir. I'm saying it wrong. But he lived in Chavagnac, and that's where at the Chateau Lafayette, or at Lafayette. So we're seeing how Adrienne and her husband Jibir started how they helped America through the war and all of that, and how there's also mention of George Washington, and then the war happened again in 1914. There was another war in 1914, and we see how Beatrice used the Lafayette as a way how to help soldiers during the war. And then Beatrice, Martha ended up being an orphan at through the foundation that Beatrice started using the Lafayette name. We're seeing how all of these three women through three different time period, how their life is so far apart but yet still connected. And as I said, I don't own this copy, so on my 2025 book buying list, because I'm not buying any more books the rest of the year, I'm definitely gonna have to put this on it, and I want to go ahead and reread it. There's a few moments that happen that I wish I could highlight because I'm definitely really enjoying this. As I crochet my bag, because I'm crocheting a bag. I'll make a little clip tomorrow before I go to my events. I'll definitely show you the little bag that I've been working on. So I'm done reading for tonight. I'm gonna go relax and watch my Once Upon a Time series, but I just want to give you an update. So we are definitely making progress. We still have 2 days to read 1,446 pages, but let's see how that goes, right? So happy Sunday, everyone. I just came back from my event. It was really, really cold. We were inside, but it was like in a barn. So the doors were open and I was really, really cold. So that's why I have to have my jacket on. So I finished this and it was a 5-star. So I've read 115 pages today. I started reading I started reading the arc of the article by I'm gonna put the book, insert the book right here so you can see. I think I read 8 pages of that. So but I didn't count it when I did this calculation. So in total, let me get my phone and I'm gonna give you like the official number of pages I've read. So I did the calculation and I've read 677 pages so far, and I have 1,323 pages left to read. And bear in mind, this is Sunday and I'm ending this video tomorrow evening. Evening. So I do want to start reading this next. I don't know, the Day of Fallen Night. It seems like it's high fantasy and I love the world building, but I think it's a little bit overwhelming. And I love the other vampire book, but it's more like a storytelling, and I want to break away from that. I really, really love it, but I'm not. I'm a mood reader, and what I'm feeling for now is classic House of Dragon because I would go rewatch that because I've watched that like so many times since it has been released. But I want to read the books. I'm gonna start reading that, and I'll keep you I will keep you posted. There are a few other books that I might change between reading today and tomorrow, and I'll just tell you how many pages I've read from those books. But at least we've completed reading one book in this reading vlog, and the Woman of Chateau Lafayette was. I usually don't like historical fiction, and also I usually don't like any book that revolves too much around reality, which is why I love fantasy so much. But I've really enjoyed reading this, and how these three women were so they're from different time period, and it's how Stephanie shows how so different we are, and how different. And it's also talking about war, and I don't like to talk about politics, so I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a 5 star. I really love it. And if you want to find anything about this book, there is the internet at your fingertip, because if you're watching this video, it means you have access to the internet. So we'll just leave it at that, and I'll keep you posted. So, since we last spoke, I did read 124 pages of this, and I do remember saying that I wasn't gonna probably tell you much about this because I'm doing it for a reading only George R. Martin vlog. However, I'm not sure when I'm gonna post that or if I do get to post it. So this just basically follows the history of House of Targaryen, and it's not dialogue filled, so it's more of if you it's more like if you read a book and then you try to tell someone about the book, you wouldn't be recounting dialogue word for word. So it's more like that. So it is just a retelling of what happened and how, versus a like a complete. It's like I'm trying to explain it the best way possible without confusing. It's just a retelling of, or just giving like history of the House of Targaryen. That's basically just it. So there isn't really much dialogue per se. Like a few, you'll get like a few dialogues, but it's not really much. It's more like a recount of what happened minus dialogue. That's the best way I can tell you. So and it is from Aegon the First to Aegon the Third. So I'm currently where we're at Jaehaerys, King Jaehaerys the First. Also, I should add that this is YA. I know George R. R. Martin books are not marketed as YA, but to me, if there are kids in it and the main characters are kids, it's YA. So if you're not a big fan of incest, then stay away from that book. If you're not a fan of there is a little violence, to be honest. If you're not a fan of that, then also not for you. I also did read 59 pages of this, so this is where I'm at. I'm also doing this for another reading vlog which I started yesterday, so I'll be doing too much of these reading vlogs, but I'm just trying to get closer to my goal. So with all of that, I'm currently at 822 pages, and it is currently, let me check my phone because I don't have my watch on. It's currently 5:38, so we have 6 hours and 22 minutes left until Monday ends, because it is Monday. So the good news is that I did finish one book, and that's good. It happens to be this is one of the weeks when I'm a mood reader, because I be reading so much books. I have books that are on that shelf that I started reading that they're not DNF, but I just don't feel in the mood to read them. So I'm a mood reader. So that's just my quick update. I will update you tomorrow because I don't think I have the energy in me to record myself again tonight or today. So I will give you the final update tomorrow, and I'll go through like how much pages I read per day and all that stuff. So I'll definitely see you then. So it is now Tuesday. The sun has set. I worked on my novel that I was writing. I've read a few pages of a book that I'm doing for another reading vlog, and I have decided that, or no, I haven't decided. We're at the end of this video, and in total, so between Wednesday to midnight yesterday, I have read a total of 1,024 pages. Now, this was over a series of 6 books. So for The Empire of the Vampire, I read 55 pages. A Day of Fallen Night, I read 160 pages. The only book I finished during this entire vlog, I read 454 pages. I read 8 pages of The Oracle, which is an ARC that I received an ARC copy for that. For Fire and Blood, I've read 204 pages, and for City and Bones, I read 143 pages. Needless to say, this was just completely experimental, and if you're someone who can only finish one book for the week because you're a mood reader or you're reading multiple books at the same time, then don't feel discouraged, because if I was read 1,000 pages in 5 days is no easy feat. Those are a lot of pages. Now, and don't forget that sometimes one book, because I have one book, the A Day of Fallen Night, that's only like 800 pages. So even if I decide for this video to read only that book, I would have still only read one book. I would have still only finished one book. So I say this to say that reading should not be about a challenge or a competition. Reading should be fun, and don't feel discouraged if you're only reading one book for the week, because in all honesty and reality, I have a crochet business. I was reading other books. I had other challenges of reading challenges that I wanted to do while I was doing this. I'm supposed to be working on my novel, which I'm not. I also started a blanket in this vlog. I also had an event while I was doing this. So if you're able to read one book per week amidst your busy life, then congratulations. Now I'm gonna end this video because I could go on and on and on and on, and we don't want that. So I hope you have a wonderful year, month, week, day, hour, minute, second, and I hope I see you in another reading vlog. Bye.